Germany is quietly and with remarkable determination reshaping the military landscape of Europe. It is now positioning itself as the backbone of a continent, preparing for a military confrontation despite there being no tangible and direct, credible evidence of a threat to its national security. And at the heart of that transformation is a staggering new procurement blueprint, a 39-page wish list worth 377 billion euros that reveals Germany's plan to build what leaders now openly call, they're not hiding it anymore, they're openly calling it the strongest conventional army in Europe. So history does repeat itself, doesn't it? And this time around, Germany is not alone. In this video, we will discuss Poland's militarization. Poland has shifted from a peripheral actor in Europe to more of a central European player in this regard, and we'll also talk about the UK. The shift toward militarization didn't happen overnight. In Germany, earlier this year, Merz said what many in Berlin had previously tiptoed around. He said that Germany must give the Bundeswehr all the financial resources that it needs. Well, what Merz failed to mention, what he did not say, is that he would cut social spending to reroute funds from your pockets into the pockets of the military-industrial complex. He just chose to ignore that little unimportant fact. Merz is now pushing through an almost unmatched rearmament stretch across land, air, sea, space, and cyber. Analysts say that this is a modernization drive that is rivaling any in the Western world. What makes this moment even more consequential is the political timing, of course. Germany has rewritten how it finances defense or offense, however you want to look at it, by carving military spending out of the constitutional debt brake. It used to have debt brake, it doesn't anymore. The old 100 billion euro special fund is now running dry, but now Berlin can sustain multi-year procurement at a scale unimaginable just a few years ago. The result is about 320 new weapons projected in the next budget cycle alone, with nearly half of them ready to be tied to contractors. And those contractors are overwhelmingly German. It shows that militarization may be the new way to boost economic growth. And guess what? No company stands to gain more from this than Rheinmetall. The company that is based in Düsseldorf will actually cash in on over 88 billion euros in contracts. Right behind Rheinmetall is Diehl Defence, the missile maker that is responsible for the Iris-T air defense system, which is a system that has been tested in Ukraine and is now set to become Germany's defensive backbone. But the most ambitious purchases aren't in land or in the air, by the way, they are in orbit. They're all about the space exploration. Germany wants more than 14 billion euros worth in new satellite capabilities, including nearly 10 billion euros in low Earth orbit constellation. These moves fit into Defense Minister Boris Pistorius' 35 billion euro plan to boost Germany's presence in space, which will turn it into a new frontier of national defense, according to the Defense Minister. And at the same time, even within the massive domestic push, some of the most strategic capabilities still depend on foreign partners, especially the United States, from whom Germany is planning to purchase billions of dollars worth of weapons. Berlin's ambitions are not unfolding in a vacuum, of course. Poland is emerging as Europe's new key player in terms of security. Historically, Poland and Russia have never had a good relationship, so Poland's aggressive stance and its willingness to take on a more important role is unsurprising. Over the past decade, Poland's defense budget has tripled. In 2024, it hit 4.2% of GDP, which is the highest proportion in NATO. Its armed forces have more than doubled, and its government aims to build a 300,000-strong military by 2035. This will become the largest army in the European Union. These parallel buildups, Germany's 377 billion euro rearmament and Poland's rapid expansion, are redefining the balance of power in Europe. And they are coming at a moment when the broader Western world is moving toward a new era of militarization. The United Kingdom is embarking on its own militarization transformation. At the DSEI conference, British officials made it very clear the UK will become a major defense industrial power by 2035. So again, they're actually betting on militarization to drive their economic development. The government plans to inject £75 billion in additional funding over the next 6 years, with a goal of reaching 2.6% of GDP spent on defense by 2027 and then reaching 3.5% by 2035. But Britain's plan isn't just about weapons, it is about using defense as an engine for growth. So war is needed to fund economic growth. It is starting to become crystal clear, isn't it? And remember, the UK just raised taxes on its citizens. I just uploaded an entire video with the details on that. Rachel Reeves is planning to extract billions out of the middle class and transfer that money, transfer that wealth into the pockets of the military-industrial complex. That's how easy it works. It's been done before, it is being done now, and I'm sure it will be done again in the future. Germany wants to become Europe's strongest army, as you can see. Poland wants to become its largest army, and the United Kingdom wants to become its most innovative army. So, as we can tell, from Berlin to Warsaw to London, a new reality is emerging. Europe is no longer treating militarization as an afterthought. It is rebuilding entire industries, it is rewriting budgets, and it is preparing for the possibility of a more unstable era as it seeks quite unsustainable policies. And unfortunately, that is why any pro-peace voices are outnumbered and in many cases silenced. They're simply inconvenient in this political environment. It also explains why the EU has no plan to support peace-building initiatives in Ukraine. It's simply not in their interest. But taken together, one thing is very clear. Europe is entering a new chapter, one that is defined by rearmament, industrial rivalry, and geopolitical tensions. A chapter in which military power is no longer a quiet background issue, but a central pillar of many European countries' national strategies and economic policies. Of course, for an average citizen, it means deteriorating living standards, more political and economic instability, and likely a quiet, bleak prospect of a direct, possibly nuclear confrontation if things do escalate. If you are in the EU, if you're watching this video and you're located in the EU, comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this topic. We would love to hear from you and hear your feedback and what you see and what you hear in the country where you live. Let us know. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more content, join me on Substack and Patreon, support my work. I truly appreciate every single one of you who has become a paid subscriber on YouTube, on Substack, or on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.